all about team building. So you'll find this in your booklet around page 37. Yeah. The first thing we need to do is we need to do the quiz. This should be accessible on Schoology. You need to listen each sentence, and if you don't know the boldface word, use your dictionary to help you understand those words, and then match the boldface word with its definition. Okay, so nice and straightforward. And then what you can do is think about this. What 5 qualities should a good manager have to get his or her team working together effectively? You don't need to write anything down. Just take some time, maybe use Google, think what qualities should a good manager have to get his or her team working together effectively. Okay, so before we do anything, please do that. When you've done that, come over here, come back here, and we'll look at some skills work. Again, the skills work for this lesson is symbols and abbreviations. Remember, we can use symbols to take notes more quickly, and symbols are personal. Yeah, we can customize these. You can use whatever symbols you want. Yeah, here are some examples, fairly common abbreviations. EG or EX, yes. Ampersand means and, an increase, a decrease, the number of, times, causes, results in question. Yeah. We can underline something if it's important. And so on. So here, the manager needs to make some changes. For example, an increase in the number of people on the team. Make changes. For example, increase number of people on the team. Okay, so very straightforward. But we can see that we can read these short comments very easily. In the lecture, we're hearing a lot of things very, very quickly. So the more symbols, the more abbreviations we can use, the better. Yeah. And if you can think of any more symbols or abbreviations, you've got some white space here and some white space here as well. Okay. Right. Listen to the excerpt from a seminar about teamwork in business, and try to use as many symbols and abbreviations as you can. Okay. Head over to Schoology. You'll find it on Schoology. Here it is, Skills Focus, just 1 minute long. So listen to that, come back here, and then we'll look at it together. Okay. Okay, so unfortunately you can't really see my notes very well, but we can look at this together. More and more work is being done in teams. It's common to work in teams. Now remember, we're not going to write down everything. Okay, we do need to be selective. Today, Tokyo, Paris, some questions I want to think about. So number 1. Okay, so we can do like a #1. In business, there's been a big increase in the number of global teams. Okay, so it's quite easy to write that using symbols and abbreviations. Yeah. Do you have the teamwork skills needed? Teamwork skills, ? Yeah, we don't need to write all of this fluffy grammar language. Number 2, are you a risk taker? ? In other words, okay, so this is just a synonym, this is just paraphrasing this question. So we don't need to write this because it's the same information. Number 3, are you curious about new ideas? And we can write that quite readily using some short language. E.g., people from different cultural backgrounds. Yes, and we can use some abbreviations here and here. Again, I can't really show you my notes. They don't really, they don't display very well. But we can see that that using these symbols and abbreviations can really help us when it comes to listening. Okay, so go ahead, watch the lecture, take some notes, and we'll need to use these notes to answer some questions after the lecture. Okay, you can find the lecture in your media album. Your media album looks a little bit like this. And we can go here, we can go team building. Yeah, and it's 6 minutes 52 seconds. So say, okay, so go ahead and watch that. We're not going to watch it here together. Go ahead, watch that. Maybe watch it twice or maybe even 3 times. Come back here and we'll go through the questions and the answers together. Okay. Right, so let's talk about this. So what characteristics make a team different from a group? Very good question, that. Very good question. So they share a common goal. They depend on each other to reach that goal, and they are responsible together for what the team accomplishes. Yeah. So those are 3 characteristics. 2 pieces of information about RZ Design, an advertising company, just won a big contract to do an ad for a cosmetics company, and the work needs to be done within 6 months. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of information there in quite a short space of time. So again, some symbols and abbreviations are our friends when we are taking notes. Yeah? Advertising company, they've won a contract to do an ad campaign for a cosmetics company, and the work has a 6-month deadline. Okay, so any 2 of those 3 details. How does Tina build her team? Right, so a lot of points available here. How does she build her team? So let's look at the steps that Tina takes. So number 1, she goes over the work that needs to be done. Okay, so establish the work to be done. Yeah. Number 2, an assessment of the skills of the employees. Okay, so what is everyone strong at? What is everyone weak at? Number 3, they have a meeting. They're meeting with the whole team. Assigns roles. Number 4, she identifies the main challenge, which is building trust. Number 5, she tries to build trust. Okay, she tries to build trust, and how does she do that? She explains how to communicate with each other. How to communicate with each other. Yeah. And the second item, she tries to understand how the personalities of the team fit together. Okay, so are some people quieter, more talkative, more independent, or they need more peer support? Yeah, so how to communicate and what personalities are there in that team. The 6th item, face-to-face meetings to resolve conflicts. Yeah. So if there are conflicts, face-to-face meetings, opportunity to discuss and resolve problems. Step 7, a picnic and a dinner. Yeah, step 7, a picnic and a dinner. So what's her biggest challenge when building her team? Building trust. Okay, building trust and building trust quickly. That's the biggest challenge. What does team chemistry mean? It means how the personalities fit together. Yeah? Different people, different personalities, different working approaches, different styles. Yeah, we've got some examples here. What activities does she plan? Well, we've got that answer here. She plans a picnic and a dinner. How are American attitudes to social activities different to South American or Asian attitudes? Yeah? And a very detailed, a very interesting answer here. Yeah? They may disagree about the fun stuff. Yeah, so here we go. She says, in some countries in South America or Asia, People like to build the relationship first and then start doing some work. But in the US, jump in, do some work first, and the relationships will build along the way. Yeah, so two very contrasting approaches um, to, to the social events. What's the speaker's attitude towards good managers and social activities? Good managers need to consider these different cultural backgrounds when they're planning social activities. Not everyone will want to do them. Some people will want to do them before they do anything else, before they do any work. Other people will expect them to be maybe as a reward as they go along the journey of completing the project. Yeah. So a good manager needs to consider the cultural um, aspects, the cultural backgrounds when they plan their social activities. Okay, just one more thing for us to do before we finish, and that's to do the dictation. So head over to Schoology, please, 3 minutes, 11 seconds. Listen to the dictation. You might have a little bit of space here, or you've definitely got some space at the back of your booklet. So do that, please. Then come back. I'll show you the answers, and then we are finished. Okay, so here are your answers to the dictation. You can pause this video. And we're finished, guys. Okay, so if you like this video, please like it here on YouTube, and please leave any comments that you like here on YouTube as well. Okay, I like seeing your comments and I like replying to your comments. Okay, guys, very nice. See you next time for our next asynchronous lessons. Goodbye for now.